This is your teacher Nafisa Adinwala. Today, children, I have got a beautiful story, a very captivating story for you all. You will really enjoy the story from your Bal Bharti. I hope you all have your Bal Bharti books in front of you. And today, the story is about friendship, true friendship, right? And that story is Last Leaf, written by O. Henry. Today we'll do part 1, right? Now see who is O. Henry. This is O. Henry, the writer of the story. He is a very versatile and a profound writer, children. And he is well known for the short stories. Let's see something more about it. O. Henry. He was born in 1862 and he died in 1910. He was an American short story author whose real name was William Sidney Porter. Right? Now, before we start the lesson, we always do warming up exercise. 3.3 Last Leaf. Suppose you suffer from a long-term illness, 1 or 2 weeks. What should you do and what should you avoid? Fill the table with do's and don'ts. So on the left side there are do's and the right side there are don'ts. Means what should you do when you are sick for a long period of time and what you should not do. So first we will do do's. And you have to fill in the blanks over there. Seeing the opposite don'ts. So go to the doctor for diagnosis. Means you must go to a doctor for checking. And what should you not do is, do not try medicine on your own. Now don'ts you have, do not avoid medication on time. That means you have to take medicine on time. Do's. Take a suitable diet. That is proper diet, balanced diet. So what you must not do is eat junk food. Avoid physical stress and exercise. Lot of work, doing, stressing yourself, you must avoid. So what you must do when you are sick, you must take rest. Rest in properly ventilated room. You must rest in a very airy room where there's a lot of sunlight and air. What you must not do is you must not close doors and windows. Do not lose hope and courage. That means you should be very cheerful. Have cheerful thoughts, courage, and positive attitude. Now, children, second, you already know the homophones are the pairs of the words that sound the same for the different spellings and meanings. Now, there are certain words which sound same. They are called homophones, but the spellings are different. Example, some. These are the words that have some spelling and same spelling and pronunciation but have a different meanings, right? And they are called homographs. Like example, bat is a bird and a bat is which is used as a sport equipment like bat and ball, cricket. So you have to make sentences of your own to point out different meanings of the following homographs. Means find से दो सेंटेंस बनाना है. Wave, bear, rose, lead, match. Second, object. Two with two different meanings. So this is the where I cannot fit into this small place. I've made a special sentences for you all. Number 1, find. A. He said he had covered from his illness and was fine to join work from Monday. Means he was quite good enough. He was now healthy enough. B. He had to pay fine for breaking traffic rules. 2. Wave. Ramesh waved to his friend after leaving school. B. The waves during high tide are very strong. 3. Bear. A. Sumi could not bear the pain in her leg. Bear means bardash karna. The bear was roaming around freely in the forest. Here we are talking about animal. 4. Rose. The rose is a beautiful flower. B. Teacher rose from her chair to explain the sum. Rose means got up. Lead. Lead is used in pencils. A good king leads his country to prosperity, means takes towards prosperity. Match. The cricket match was thrilling to watch. Madhu bought a purse that matched with her dress. 7. Second. He won the race by few seconds. He stood second in the class. Object. The lawyer objected to what the witness said. The object was not visible from far off distance. Now children, let's start with the lesson last leaf. This is the page we will be doing today, 67. But children, let me give you some extra instructions that in one session we will do margin questions. I have divided all the margin questions into two parts. So we will do few margin questions in part 1, few margin questions in part 2, and a workshop in part 3. So let's get started, children. Now, introduction to the lesson. The Last Leaf is a short story by O. Henry, published in 1907. And children, when did he die? 1910, means just 3 years after publishing this story. In his collection, Trimmed Lamp and Other Stories, the last leaf concerned Johnsy, a poor young woman who is seriously ill with pneumonia. She believes that when the ivy vine on the wall outside her window loses its leaves, she will also die. Her neighbor, Behrman, an artist, tricks her by painting a leaf on the wall. Johnsy recovers, but in the twist of the typical O. Henry, Behrman, who caught pneumonia while painting the leaf, dies. And this is a short introduction of your lesson. Now, children, summary of a lesson we will do. Right? It's a beautiful one. The story Last Leaf by O. Henry is a beautiful story depicted a virtue of human sacrifice and love. This story is about Sue and Johnsy and Mr. Behrman. Sue and Johnsy live in an apartment in a Greenwich village, a favorite place for aspiring painters to live at. Sue and Johnsy had met at a restaurant, became a soulmate friends. Soulmate means best friends. In winter, pneumonia epidemic affected many people in the area. Now during winter, pneumonia was struck in New York. So many people became a victim. Johnsy also fell prey to it. Means Johnsy को भी pneumonia हो गया. Her condition became worse from the bed with which passing days. The doctor confided Sue that one day Johnsy was losing hope and the desire to get well under the painful influence of a disease. Means Johnsy को अच्छा होना ही नहीं था. Sue को बताया उसने, doctor ने. She began to harbor a belief that she would die the moment the last leaf fell from the ivy climber of the wall opposite her window. She shares her belief with her friend Sue. Sue discussed with Mr. Behrman. Now Sue के साथ उसने ये बात की और Sue ने किसको कहा? उसके एक नेबर था जो ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे रहता था, Mr. Behrman, an extremely talented painter living in obscurity of the neighborhood. Mr. Behrman decided to save Jonesy's life. He believed in the power of believing. One night when it was extremely cold and raining, he painted the ivy on the climber in such a manner that it looked real leaf. When Johnsy saw that last leaf of the ivy on the climber opposite to her had not fallen, she somehow filled with desire to heal and get well. When she saw that the last leaf did not fall, so she developed a desire to live now. This desire helped her recuperate fast. Recuperate means heal fast, revive fast, or recover fast. She recovered However, Mr. Behrman, who worked in the coal, was affected with pneumonia and died. Thus, he laid his life to save Johnson's life. Now, children, let's start. In a poor part of New York, there was a colony where many struggling artists lived. In New York, there is one colony where all the middle class people, struggling artists, painters, musicians, singers live. Among them were Shue and Johnsy. They were good painters, children. They had come to New York from different parts of United States. दोनों अलग अलग जगह से, लेकिन एक रेस्टोरेंट में मिलते हैं और दोनों अच्छे फ्रेंड्स हो जाते हैं. When they met, that they found that they shared the same interest. अभी जब वो मिलते हैं तो उन्हें लगता है कि हमारे इंटरेस्ट सेम है. Both are good painters. And they became friends. They shared a flat and set up a joint studio, trying to earn a living through art. उन्होंने एक फ्लैट खरीदा और वहाँ पे रहने लगे. And they divided to share everything, even the rent and everything. Johnsy was small, thin, and not very strong. After spending few months in New York, she became ill with pneumonia. In those days, it was not easy to cure pneumonia patients, though she looked after her very well. Johnsy showed no sign of improvement. उसको निमोनिया ने जकड़ लिया जॉन्सी, और शू ने उसकी बहुत केयर की, लेकिन वो अच्छी नहीं हो रही थी. राइट. One day a doctor told Shue that Johnsy had one chance in 10 and that chance is for her to want to live. डॉक्टर ने कहा कि जॉन्सी के पास एक चांस है आउट ऑफ 10 और ये चांस जॉन्सी के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है इफ शी वांट्स टू लिव. योर लिटिल लेडी has made up her mind that she is not going to get well. और डॉक्टर ने क्या कहा कि दिस लिटिल लेडी जॉन्सी हैज़ डिसाइडेड कि मैं अच्छी कभी हो ही नहीं सकती. उसने सोच लिया कि मैं कभी अभी अच्छी नहीं होगी, मैं मर जाऊंगी. He told Shue that the medicine alone did not help the patient who did not wish to live. उसने ये भी कहा कि दवाई अकेले काम नहीं करती. If a person wants to live and has a desire to live, then only दवाई काम करेगी. That day Johnsy just lay in a bed without making any second sound or a movement. First Shue thought that she had fallen asleep, but then she noticed that Johnsy was looking out of the window and was counting something again and again in a very low voice, almost a whisper. अभी उस दिन जब डॉक्टर आया था तब उसने देखा कि जॉन्सी सो रही है. हाँ, बट फिर उसने क्या देखा कि जॉन्सी वॉज नॉट स्लीपिंग. उसके बिस्तर के बाजू में एक विंडो थे, उसकी तरफ मुंह करके वो काउंट कर रही थी अगेन एंड अगेन और धीरे धीरे आवाज में, इन अ विस्पर. Shue too looked out of a window, but there was nothing. Only an old ivy vine gnarled and decayed at the roots. शू ने देखा खिड़की के बाहर कुछ नहीं था एक्सेप्ट दैट ओल्ड आइवी वाइन. ग्रांड मीन्स ट्विस्टेड, जो मुड़ा हुआ है, जो आधा मर गया है वो. एंड decayed at the roots, climb half the way up the brick wall. उसके ब्रिक वॉल के ऊपर थोड़ा क्लाइम किया हुआ. The cold breath of the autumn had taken away most of the leaves. और ऑटम सीजन है, वहाँ पे बहुत ठंडी होती है न्यूयॉर्क में, तो जो लीव्स थे बहुत सारे गिर गए थे. Only the skeleton branches were left clinging to the bricks. What is it, dear? asked Shue. Now ये देखकर शू ने जॉन्सी को पूछा कि क्या है, what are you like, ये सब क्या काउंट कर रही है. 6, said Johnsy. They are falling faster now. 3 days ago they were almost 100. जॉन्सी ने क्या कहा कि 6 बचे हैं और 3 days ago 3 दिन पहले 100 से ज़्यादा लीव्स थे. मीन्स बहुत सारे लीव्स गिर गए हैं. दैट मीन्स शी वॉज काउंटिंग द लीव्स दैट वॉज फॉलिंग. नाउ चिल्ड्रन, we will do some few margin questions I told you before as. Let's get started. What a dreadful illness did John C. suffer from? John C. suffered from disease called pneumonia. Question number 2. What did doctor tell Sue about John C? The doctor told Sue that John C had one chance in 10 to survive. He told that you just cancel you, it's a printing mistake. He told that medicines alone would not help if the patient did not wish to live. Describe the ivy vine outside the window. It was an old ivy vine, twisted and decayed at the roots, that climbed halfway up the brick wall. The cold breath of autumn had taken away most of the leaves. Only the skeleton of the branches were left, clinging to the bricks. 4. What false belief did Johnsy have about ivy vine? The false belief that Johnsy had about ivy vine was that when the last leaf falls off from the ivy vine, she too would die. उसने एक belief बांध ली थी. Question number 5. Who was Behrman? Why did Sue call him to their flat? Behrman was a painter who lived on a ground floor. She called him to be her model for drawing. She was making for an old man. Question number 6. What did Behrman promise to do someday? Answer. Behrman promised to paint a masterpiece and then they could all go away from there. Okay, children, thank you for being patient with me. I hope you all got the story. So there is again we are going to do some part in second uh, session. Love you all. Stay connected, children, and just write down write all the notes which is posted very neatly in your book. Thank you. Love you all and miss you all.